Hi everyone, I am Sailor Solitaire. Welcome to your mid-July 2017 tarot reading. This is really exciting stuff. This is the mid-month of the mid-year. And I hope that you're all doing well. We did just have a full moon in Capricorn. And I feel like that was really good energy for a lot of signs. For me personally, I have my moon in Capricorn in the 6th house. So it was a bit, cathartic, to say the least. And now I do feel like, things are looking a lot more positive, a lot brighter. So hopefully you guys are riding that same wave as well. If not, stay tuned. We'll see what the rest of this month has in store for you guys. So don't worry. And if you haven't already watched your July 2017 tarot reading, don't forget to watch that. I will link it at the end of this video as well as in the description box below. As always, I hope you guys enjoy this reading. I hope you find value in it. And let's get started. Hi Virgos, welcome to your reading. I feel like some of you are coming into a new phase with yourself where you're just really falling in love with yourself. And that I feel like is really making you attractive to everyone around you, which is good. I feel like you have this energy that's just, magnetic. Brownie. So let's get right to your reading, Virgos. All right, the first card for you Virgos, giving an overall indication of the energies affecting you and the energies that you'll have to deal with this month. We have Page of Swords in the reverse position. So this Page of Swords, this is air energy. Usually the Page of Swords can indicate, any air sign, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. But I do feel like this is probably representing just you and the situation that you'll find yourself, or at least the mental state that you'll find yourself in for the rest of July. And this Page of Swords energy is kind of really on the offense. So you guys are not passive. You guys are almost aggressive for the rest of the month. You guys are kind of not afraid to speak what's on your mind. You Virgos are going to be, almost childlike in your energy. I feel like you guys are going to be just blurting out truths. And you're not going to be really thinking about the consequences, not really thinking about what you are saying. And so, maybe this could be at work where you're going to just, say exactly what you think to your boss or to someone, in a higher position than you, where you would be, very diplomatic, and you would kind of hold your tongue and just say the, politically correct, or not politically correct, but you would say just, the safe answer, or, you would say things in a way to please that person, or to, maintain harmony, which is, I guess the sensible thing to do. But I feel like there's going to be some sort of energy or a situation in particular where you are going to just be saying exactly what's on your mind. And I don't feel like this is necessarily a bad thing. I do feel like it may ruffle some feathers, and it may initially be whoa, where did that come from? But I feel like it's a truth that needs to be heard, and you may be rewarded for it afterwards, once the dust sort of settles. And this doesn't have to be related to work. This is air energy, so this could be any sort of interaction that you have with anybody really in your life. But normally I feel like this is in a situation or regarding a situation where you normally are very more passive and not really willing to express yourself openly. So it could be like maybe a mother or a father or, you know, a family member where you normally just, you know, keep quiet or hold your tongue and you just don't really feel like you can readily express your opinion completely honestly, but now you're just going to do it for whatever reason. I don't even think you're really going to be thinking about it. It's almost just going to be like this creative energy that just, you know, allows you to express yourself openly. And again, I feel like it won't initially, or it may not initially be well received, but I do feel like eventually it will, you know, benefit you. It'll be for your benefit because people are going to really appreciate that honesty, and it may be, you know, a hard truth that somebody has to hear. So something for you guys to take note of, something that you may be missing or not aware of that you should be. We have this Seven of Wands in reverse. Okay. So with the Seven of Wands, this is fire energy now. So you went from air to fire energy. And so the Seven of Wands to me is a card of aggression. Again, with this Page of Swords, there's like an aggressive energy to it. So I don't know why you guys are just, you know, in a fighting mood. You know, you guys are just not willing to just sit back and take it. You guys are, you know, standing up, and you guys are ready. You guys are ready to argue. You guys are ready to fight. You guys are ready to speak your piece. You guys aren't backing down. You guys aren't just going to stay quiet. With the Seven of Wands, I do feel like, you know, you can see you're kind of defending yourself from opposition. So I do feel like this may be related to this Page of Swords in reverse, and to that, you know, that truth that you're going to speak. You're just going to, you know, openly express yourself, and that obviously may rub people the wrong way. And you know, you're going to be met with some opposition, with some backlash. So I do feel like you want to be a bit careful with that. Though I do feel like you know, it may be blown out of proportion in your mind. So you may feel like, oh my God, everyone's against me, and like I've really screwed myself over. I need to start apologizing right now and making up for what I said. I need to start kissing ass right now, or I need to, you know, make a huge gesture to, maybe it was a family member or a partner, and you're like, I need to like just totally make them forget about what I said because of this, you know, opposition that you're going to be met with. But I do feel like when this card shows up, it's like the panic mode that you guys may be getting into is not necessary. Obviously there's going to be a feeling of discomfort when you kind of, you know, offend somebody, or, you know, you say something that other people don't want to hear. But I do feel like with the Seven of Wands in reverse, it's like you're playing it out to be worse than it is in your own head. And in real life, you know, it's not that bad. You just have to kind of wait it out, and you want to just let everything, you know, let time do its thing. I don't feel like it's going to be, you know, like months or years later when, you know, people finally realize that, I do feel like it's going to be more of a shorter time scale. But I do feel like you initially may feel the urge to rectify the situation. You may feel the urge to take back what you said, or to try to make amends with people, when really, you know, it's not that bad. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that serious. Just let it happen. You know, if you were being true to yourself and what you said was honest, you know, then you don't really have to take back. You don't have to apologize for what you said. You may apologize for how you said it. I'm not sure, but, you know, when you speak your truth, you shouldn't have to apologize for it. So just be aware of that, that, you know, you don't want to sort of take steps backwards. You know, if you've expressed yourself and you've you know, made progress, you've taken some steps in the right direction, you don't want to kind of undermine what you just did, because it obviously took a lot of courage, or maybe not, maybe just accidentally slipped out, but, you know, it's out there now, and you don't want to sort of you know, regress. You don't want to take steps backwards. Okay, so general advice for you, Virgos, is This Nine of Cups. Okay, so we have water energy, very balanced right here. You got swords, air energy, fire, wands, fire energy, and cups, water energy. So this Nine of Cups is really about setting your intentions. So again, maybe, you're feeling like, oh no, I need to make a lot of, I need to do something to make that person forgive me, or to, lessen the tensions a little bit. But the Nine of Cups is to me saying that, just relax, you know your purpose and you know what your intentions are. You don't want, maybe you do, but for most of you Virgos, you're not trying to, disturb the peace. You're not trying to offend anybody on purpose. You're not trying to put anybody down. You're not hating on anybody. So just, say your intention, maybe like mentally or maybe even physically reach out to that person and be like, I said what I said. I'm sorry that you took it the wrong way, but I meant what I said, and that's it. And it's like this person is kind of, just speaking her truth and blowing it out and, releasing it into the world, into the universe, and then just sitting back because you're confident that, everything will work out and that karma has got your back and that the world has got your back because you're being true and you're being faithful to yourself and your truth, and you're, confident enough to speak that truth. So whatever happens, whatever consequences, whatever the repercussions are, you're not afraid of them because you are staying true to yourself and you're reveling in your own truth. And the Sign of Cups to me is like you're living with purpose. You're not just going through, you're not trying to just, trying to get by and not, make any waves. You're not trying to offend anybody. You're really, out here with a purpose, and you guys are doing your thing. You guys are actually making a difference in the world. And the Sign of Cups is that card where, good things will happen to you. This is traditionally a wish card. So it's like whatever, you intend, what you set out to do, good things will happen to you that will come true because you are being faithful and true. You're aligning yourself with your true purpose, with your true wants and needs, and with, ultimately with the world and its highest good. So very excellent card. Again, it will be a bit rocky at the beginning, but don't freak out. Don't panic. If you are true to yourself, you have nothing to worry about. All right, so the outcome card for you Virgos, we have the Emperor in reverse. Okay, so, you don't have any Pentacles card here, which is, Earth energy. Virgos obviously are Earth energy, or are Earth signs. So I do feel like, you may be a bit uncomfortable this month. I feel like for the past little bit, you've been kind of out of your comfort zone. You've been forced to kind of, take a break from the routine a little bit, and you've had to kind of take action or you've been forced to kind of come out of your comfort zone, or at least do some things that you're not totally comfortable with. But I do feel like it's for your own growth and for your own healing. So I feel like that's okay, and hopefully soon things will get back to a more, steady and familiar pace. But right now it's like you gotta just hang in there and you gotta pull through. We do have this Emperor card in reverse, which is a major arcana card, and this is a very fiery energy. As you can tell, closely resembles this energy here. Very strong energy, whereas these two cards are more chilled out. Well, at least the Nine of Cups is chilled out energy about, just que sera, not really que sera, sera, but it's more like, I know in my heart what is good, what is wrong. I know, what I did, why I did it, and I know my own truth, so I'm not worried. I'm not concerned about what anyone else is doing because I know who I am and I'm staying true to myself. These two cards here are like kind of panic mode, kind of freaking out. And with this Emperor card in reverse, this sort of heavy influence, again, I do feel like you will be met with some opposition. And I feel like whenever anybody sort of, just thinks about, staying true to yourself or themselves, and they're like, well, I don't care about what you guys are doing anymore, and you're not really again, going to be passive about things. You're going to actually stand up for yourself, and you're going to be, you know, kind of rocking or marching to your own beat, marching to the beat of your own drum, and you guys are kind of getting a more independent and you know, proactive kind of energy. You guys are not sticking to the norm. You guys are not going to be sticking to this label or this, you know, box that everybody else is like kind of put you in. You guys are kind of going against the grain, and that can obviously upset people. That can kind of cause some chaos. That can cause some even envy for some people. With this Emperor card in reverse, I do feel like, you know, you may make some enemies in this process, which is why the Sign of Cups is your general advice, is saying, you know, wish people well, set your intentions out into the world, but don't be concerned about what they're doing. You know, I feel like this card is saying you will get what you deserve, you will get what you want, things will work out for you, but, you know, don't wish negative on other people, because it's like you're putting that energy out into the world, and you don't want to, you know, get that back. Because you will be getting that energy regardless. That negative energy, that kind of aggression will be directed to you, and that is going to be uncomfortable for you. But, you know, you will speak your truth, and that will be enough to protect you from those outside forces. You know, it's like they're going to be there regardless. So you can either let it affect you and play into that. You can stoop down to their level, and you can, you know, you can start fighting and just get into it with them. But, you know, that's only going to lead to this cycle that's not going to make anybody happy. It's not going to make you happy. And so, you know, I feel like these cards are telling you to just relax. You don't need to panic. You don't need to try to kiss ass, but at the same time, you don't need to, you know, be spiteful, or you don't need to concern yourself with what they're doing. You know, think about yourself, speak your truth, and just relax, because, you know, you should have confidence that if you're, you know, doing your own thing, marching to the beat of your own drum, and you're not doing anybody wrong, you know, you're just being honest, you're just speaking your truth, you're just, you know, being true to yourself, then you don't really have to worry about your enemies or your opposition. You don't have to worry about anybody kind of stepping in and taking anything from you. There is some sort of, you know, competitive kind of energy here, but again, I feel like if you rise above and kind of separate yourself and distance yourself from all that drama, then good things will start to happen to you. And that comes from this bold move that you have of just speaking your truth and not playing so much of a passive role. You're not holding your tongue. You're not, you know, turning a blind eye towards things. You're actually going to be expressing yourself openly and honestly. Just don't freak out. Don't try to, you know, take back what you said. Just own it. So thank you very, very much for watching. I'm going to keep this short. And I just want to say thank you so much to all the people who have been watching me, commenting. I love hearing from you guys. Some of you have been here since the very beginning, and this is great. This is really exciting. I hope that you guys continue to find value in my readings, and that you are inspired, you get some insight from this, and that your lives are ultimately a little bit better and brighter because of it. So again, if you haven't watched your July 2017 tarot reading, watch that. And of course, if you haven't watched your other signs readings as well, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, whatever sign you identify with, please check that out as well. And I'll see you guys next time. Stay beautiful. I wish you so much love, peace, strength, and joy, courage to be who you are and to be unapologetically who you are. And I love you guys so much. Thank you.